Hello.
Hello, friend.
Hello, friend.
Hello, good evening, good day, good afternoon, or whatever time you decided to listen to us ramble.
And
Hello,
Bumble and Stumble.
hello, and welcome to the Voices from Behind podcast, the podcast where every week we chuck movies at each other and we discuss the movies because we're just cool dudes.
Yeah, sure. Let's go
Thank,
with that one.
thank you for popping in. The format is simple. We talk about talk about what we did over the week. Then we talk about some news, which there's some news this week actually, because the
Mm-hmm.
Oscars wrapped up, and then we talk about the movie that I gave to my co-host, the other Evo. Here's the co-host. I'm Evo. I'm the host. I completely forgot to say that. So
It's okay.
yeah, that's how it goes. We're gonna discuss a movie later, but first we're gonna go through our weeks, and then we're gonna get into some news. Uh, and you know what? This week, somehow, not that many technical difficulties apart from me forgetting my Twitch password for a bit. But I've actually pressed record this time, so
Yay.
we're recording from the get go. You don't sound like a robot, which is good.
Well, you never know. This
You,
might always change.
you sound relatively decent, so that's good. So apart from that, all I'm gonna say is, how was your week, good sir? How what did you do this week?
Absolutely nothing, because I'm still sick as shit.
Oh, you too.
Yeah, so the whole week I spent nursing myself to full health
Oh,
in a way, and I caught up on some TV shows. I watched that Umbrella Academy thingy.
I need to sit down and watch that, but
Yeah, it's a tough sell.
is it?
Yeah, it's not terrible, but it's not good.
Oh,
It's really difficult to explain. And of course, it has Ellen Page, who who looks as lost as ever. I never liked her in anything, to be honest. Anything. It's just
even Beyond
please.
Two Souls, where David Cage modeled a naked version of her, even though she agreed to not be naked in that film, in that
Oh,
game. Sorry.
David Cage's studio, which was sued for sexual harassment, since it turned out that they
What?
were.
David
Oh,
Cage's studio sued for sexual harassment. I don't believe that for a second. Are you telling me that the studio that had the farting dick and balls as a poster on the wall is the studio that got sued?
oh
No.
no! Oh no! Turns out they had a in the chat, in the company chat, their inner chat. Some guy was sexually harassing women and said the nudes or some shit. And it was a,
Oh, I
it
know.
was,
I know. I know. Trust me, I know. There was a story that broke out
yeah,
last year. I want to say like middle of last year, just around the time Detroit came out.
yeah, exactly. I was like, well, we know it's fucking garbage. So yeah,
Yeah, we know
oh,
it's an absolute shit show. Yeah, we know. Don't worry about it. We know.
yeah. So it's really the tough sell. I mean, it's like I said, it's not bad, but it's not really good. It's weird,
Okay.
but it's not fun weird. It's just why? How does things? It's like, I
Por
mean,
qué?
I mean, it's basically number five's story because he literally does everything, and everything is because of him. So
Okay.
he's kind of the main protagonist. But then again, all of the other fuckers that are out there, I don't know why. Had a lot of, there were a couple of fun people inside it, but not that many. The ending, especially that third act of the first season, I guess, that revolves over Ellen Page's character, Vanya Hargreaves.
Okay.
It's just, what the fuck is this shit?
Okay. Don't
I mean,
spoil it, because I actually want to watch this one.
yeah, I mean, it was kind of pointless, like legitimately pointless.
Huh.
I also finished watching that Marvel TV series with the with the children of the villains banding together.
Runaways.
Which one was it?
The Runaways. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking garbage.
Oh
That's
no,
absolute
because
garbage.
the comic's really good.
And see, this is the problem, because let's go into minor spoiler territories. Minor.
Okay.
So, the second season, because you don't have to go into a lot of details of the first one, but the first one is kind of okay-ish. The second season, so they introduced this bad person that overthrows another bad person who's said that he's bad because he's shown to be bad, but we don't know why he's bad. It's just like he's bad because they tell you he's bad.
Right.
And he substitutes him, and he's built
Sounds
as
like
this.
a Marvel villain, to be honest.
Well, sounds like anything
The
Marvel
cinematic
wants.
villains, yes. apart from a very select few, yeah, it sounds like a Marvel cinematic villain.
Yeah, so this he gets substituted by this other bad guy who was his henchman, and he tries to broker a deal with some people. He tries to screw off things. It's like, and this whole story takes 2 episodes. In the second episode, he gets bounced out of fucking existence.
Really?
Yeah, because guess what? This is actually the spoiler territory, kinda. If you haven't read the comic books or not, I mean, it's not really. There's this Niku Minoru character,
Okay.
who is a Japanese goth chick. I guess, oh, sorry, she's Asian goth chick, and I'm not sure.
It's like, I'm not sure where she's from, but she's from somewhere. She is Asian.
they never actually specify it, but Minoru sounds fucking Japanese, but her parents sound like fucking Chinese. I don't know, that's just complicated. It falls into that Asian.
Asian accents are non-discernible sometimes.
Yeah, but whatever. So her power is legitimately fucking anything. She literally is like a Sharpie that does everything for her. She just has to want it really hard. Yes, in a way, it's never really explained how that shit works. Her feelings manifest in a way, so when she does something, cast a spell and does some stuff, it was her mother's. It's implied that it turned her mother into some monster, I guess, so it had some really bad problems. But that shit doesn't apply to her for some reason.
I kind of understood half of what you just said. The rest of it just sounded like it was made up.
Because it is. I mean,
imagine trying to explain this to somebody that doesn't watch this kind of stuff or doesn't read comics. So like, so what's the show about? You're like, so you know supervillains? And they go, yeah. Well, they have kids, yeah. Okay, and these kids band against their parents because their parents were evil. Okay, so what powers do they have? Well, this guy still lifts heavy things. This guy goes really fast. This girl controls fire. What about this Asian-looking girl? She has a Sharpie that manifests her feelings, and yeah.
I mean, this is imagine
people's faces going. What?
Well, it's not really a Sharpie. It's just a stick with a circle on top of it. Might as well be a fucking Sharpie because it starts glowing blue, and then she says like "go away," and they just fucking baff out of existence. Hence the word Sharpie. Like, legitimately Sharpie. And it was implied that it had some adverse effects on her mother, and that's why she doesn't use it as much. But fuck that! None of it's implied in here? Why? It's like...
No. Anyway, so The Runaways isn't that great, is that what you're saying?
Major disappointment. I also watched Deadly Classroom, I think. It was the name of it.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh, Deadly Class. I'll give you the link here.
I'm looking it up as we speak. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. How should I begin on this one? It's so bad. It's fucking worth watching it. It's really, really weird.
58% of Rotten Tomatoes. Oof.
It's dumb as shit, but it's so fucking good at the same time. Because it's like, this guy who apparently burned down the orphanage he was in and killed a lot of people gets inducted in this special school for that nurtures assassins. And this is during the Reagan era. And his dream is to kill Reagan. It's like, it's fucking retarded level of that, but it's so funny. It turns out that literally everyone is like Yakuza children standing next to Dixie Mafia, standing next to, I don't know, just Ghetto Mafia. Let's go with that one. Standing next to FBI children, CIA children. It was like, they all kind of go along, but they always go back to like a mini version of the real world where everybody's there, or like in prison, like, you stick to your kind. So black people stick together, Asian people stick together, Dixie Mafia and races stick together, and you've got the outcasts, and he goes with the outcasts, and people are kind of afraid of him. Turns out that first of all, he didn't burn down the orphanage. Someone else did. But it turns out that he's also a latent fucking psychopath because he kills people for because the leaders, the supposed badasses, are fucking bitches. It was like, it's so stupid and it's so good. I just can't stop watching it.
Is this sort of like Riverdale, where you're going?
No, it's not.
This show is terrible. I hope it lasts 9 seasons.
I mean, I guess it is, but I don't know. It's fucking stupid. Please watch it. It's just, I can't even explain it without even going into full fucking spoilers on this because it's so ridiculously stupid. It's just, words fail me to explain how nonsensical it is. Because in the end of the day, what they do most of the time is get fucking high. They literally they went to fucking Las Vegas to get high as fuck. And the guy and the main protagonist pops fucking 3 acids and goes literally out of it for the whole trip and kills people. What? It was like, what the fuck is this shit going on? Right, secondly, I kind of, last week I mentioned something about Doom and how to dodge Mancubi.
Yes.
I need to amend that for a bit, because I made a mistake.
Mancubis are the big flying round things, yes?
No. Mancubi are the fat fucks that shoot
the flame. They're either flamethrower dudes or poison dudes, yeah.
No, you're thinking about something else.
The Mancubi are the fat fuckers with the two machine guns on each side. And then when you get close to them, they're flamethrowers.
No, those are rocket launcher.
Whatever. Yeah, it's the big fat dudes in Doom where you rip their heart out and shove it down their mouths and they explode when you glory kill them.
Maybe I just can't remember that game. That game is so overrated.
Yeah, it's a Mancubus. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly.
So the correct movement is left, right, left. There is no right because they shoot 3 times. I don't know why I thought they shoot 4 times. I just don't remember why I thought they shoot 4 times. It's free.
I have no idea.
I literally dodge them with the back, not even watching. So left, right, left. It's always the same, and you always do it's like 3 steps to the left, 3 steps to the right, 3 steps to the left, something like this. You just hold shift and it's easy.
Whatever works, yeah.
You know me. I just, like I said,
How did you get sick, by the way? How did that happen?
I don't know. After we finished the podcast on Friday,
yeah,
I woke up Saturday and I was sick as fuck. I was like, shit.
Oh. It's alright. It could be worse.
I don't even know why. Well, I watched a couple of other things, but I can't remember anymore.
So it must have been not that good if you don't remember him.
Well, wasn't. I mean, like I said, it's just like it's mediocre. Oh, I watched Happy Death Day 2.
Yeah, I need to sit down and watch that. Apparently, it's not as good as the first one or something.
Yeah, it's a cash grab. Like the first one was fun and charming.
I actually really enjoyed the first one because it just got really stupid at one point, and I was laughing genuinely. So.
Yeah, but it still adhered to its own rules. Do you know what the second movie is about?
Yeah, it's about a quantum mechanics machine or something that.
So it turns out that the first movie's problems were caused by the blonde Asian dude.
By the Asian dude, yeah. I was watching a review earlier this week, and that's what they said. They were like, yeah, that's it. And I was like, really? You didn't have to reveal that. You could have just kept that.
And she literally goes, "It's like I thought this was the cosmic reason with helping me getting over the death of my mother." And I was like, you know what?
That makes sense because that's what she needs to get over in the first film.
I mean, and it was. I mean, there was still fun and charming, but the cardinal sin that they committed was instead of building a different plot around the things that happened, they literally went and redid the first movie with a twist to it.
Oh.
I was like, I can't. It was just bad.
It's a wee shame.
It's a wee
shame, lad.
I also watched the first episode of Doom Patrol.
Is that? Oh, you need to. I'm waiting for it. It should be coming out on Netflix apparently, but I'm not even sure when that's supposed to happen.
I never realized that, by the way. What? Apparently, Matt Bomber plays Larry Trainer, the invisible guy.
Yep.
I guess.
Yep.
And fucking Brendan Fraser plays Steel. What?
Yep. No, not Steel. He plays Robot Man.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Well, his name is Cliff Steele. Either
I
way.
know, but he's fucking great. I love him. I love
I know.
the episode in Titans with the Doom Patrol is probably my favorite episode out of the whole show. Because you just get get Robot Man going, what does that taste like? Does it taste like chicken? Oh, I miss chicken so much.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just so. I mean, the first episode, well, it wasn't bad. It got you into the stuff there, but it was just okay. I mean, I don't know. I expected more. I think
Well,
it's weird.
excuse me, I'm yawning.
Well, apparently,
it's kind of like
way.
Titans episode 1 where you kind of watched it and went, huh? But, you never know. They're probably going to get more out of this show. I feel like this show can do a lot better because it's so bizarre.
Wait a minute. Is Cyborg's being announced?
What is this breaking? Well, Cyborg wasn't Doom Patrol. He was in the trailer.
Wait, but Jovian Wade's playing Cyborg.
In Doom Patrol, yes.
He actually looks the part. I like it.
It's not a bad look, to be honest, except the tracksuit. Something about the tracksuit just doesn't gel all that well with me.
I wonder fucking why, because it's just you never look really that good in
in motion tracksuit. In the trailer itself, where it's like a 30-second bit. He looks okay, but then in pictures, set photos and stuff, or reveal pictures, it just looks like he's poorly photoshopped. He looks like a cosplayer that's had a bunch of shit slapped onto him.
I mean, I dig the way he looks.
No, I don't mind it. He looks like the original 80s sort of.
Yeah, if he does a good job, I'd be fucking happy.
Yeah, we need a good Cyborg on screen apart from the Young Justice one, who hasn't really had that much to do as of yet.
Wait, who played in that shall not be named?
Ray Fisher, who is also a really good actor, but didn't get shit to do in that film.
No one got shit to do with that film. To be honest, no one did. Even fucking Batman didn't do shit in that movie.
Nope, no one. And Ray Fisher got huge to play that role. He was like super upset when all of his scenes got pretty much messed up. Yeah,
I mean, he looked the most like Cyborg from Teen Titans and the Justice League.
Yeah, stuff he did also look like very CGI to fuck, so that made it kind of worse.
The CGI was
and he was supposed to be getting a film next year. Cyborg was supposed to be coming out next year, but I'm pretty sure that's canceled.
No, it's still announced.
Is it?
Yeah, they haven't said anything. Huh. And no one knows at this point.
No one knows.
Right. So, discuss my week. Did you your week? Oh yeah, what did you do during your week?
My week? I did fuck all. What day is it today? It's Thursday. I'm actually off on holiday until next Wednesday now because I've got a load of holidays to take. So yay me. Hello Liverpool. I'm developing some sort of laryngitis or something because tonsillitis. I mean, because my tonsils are pretty swollen and it's fucking with balance and everything else. You know what it's like when you're ill and everything's spinning and the room feels like it's closing in on you.
Exactly how I felt the whole week.
And I occasionally lose my voice. And there's a lot of snot and sort of saliva building up within my crevices.
Oh man, it's just now I have to shave. Shave my beard
because you keep getting spit on it. Yeah.
Because I can't blow my nose properly. Because when I blow my nose, I have to spend 15 minutes of cleaning myself up like I'm some degenerate that can't do shit. It's just. I fail to explain.
I also went looking for a hoodie over the week. I cannot find a hoodie as of yet, and I'm very upset. You know when you find something online for a certain store and you go, "Ooh, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna go to the store, try it on, and buy it."
Yeah.
So I found it. I went to the store. They didn't have it.
They didn't ever have it.
Nope, they never have. You know when you look for something and it's never there, and then you sort of buy something out of spite because you're kind of looking for the thing you're looking for, and then the moment you stop, that thing shows up in spades, and you're like, oh, I guess
Why don't
I'm
you
a fucking idiot. Yeah.
Why don't you check Redbubble?
Because Redbubble, they're decent, but they're overpriced for what you buy, and the quality itself isn't all that great, in my opinion. Again, it's just my opinion. Like, obviously, it doesn't have to be. I thought about QWERTY, whatever they're called, because they've got decent designs, but I kind of want a different color from just black or blue. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I've sort of been gravitating towards? And it's gonna sound really stupid.
What?
Pink.
Turkey?
Not like bright pink. I'm talking like a salmon pink, if that makes sense.
Okay, so pink flesh it is.
Yeah.
So what? You're gonna cosplay a Pinky? For...
Yeah, I'll spit fireballs at people. Yeah, no, I'll rush at people, and I'll go invisible sometimes too.
No, those are stalkers.
But they're pretty much pinkies, but they
but they're stalkers.
Pinkies. Okay, never mind.
But the stalkers.
Okay, fine. I'll shred up my back so I have like a like a weak back, and then I'll run at people really fast and smack myself in walls.
You know, all this talk about Doom. Do you know what I started playing thanks to Dusk?
Yeah.
Do you know, like I said, do you know which game I started playing again?
What?
Which fucking night? No.
What?
It's Blood.
Oh no.
Holy fucking Jesus, this game was so fucking hard. Holy fuck.
Yeah, but it's Blood though. It's supposed to be like a hardcore first person fuck you in the ass.
You have no idea. Because the thing is like every single individual that is worth his salt. I'm playing it on the second hardest difficulty. Just because the hardest difficulty is meant for fucking co-op. We could try to do it.
Do you want to try and do it? Let me see how much Blood is on Steam right now.
It's £4. And
I am. Have you got a code as well? Don't tell me you bought like a couple of copies of it, so you'd be a nice friend and give me a code.
Just one.
Bastard.
But the thing is, this is the good news. I'll give you the mode that makes it. It's a mode that basically makes it run much smoother on your PCs, and it actually runs in 4K-ish. Okay.
What's the game? What's the full name of the game? Sorry, One Unit Whole Blood.
Yep.
$3.99. The logo's just like a splattered hand.
Yeah.
Oh god, this looks exactly like I imagined it to look. I haven't touched Blood in so long. You know when you sort of look at it and you go, "Yep, that's a sprite digitized hand holding some sort of flare."
This is the best game on the build engine. Boy, this game is so good. It's like,
yeah.
Now that I played it, it's like, how should I explain? Doom is the prefaces on every FPS from beginning of time. It is
from like 1994 onwards. Yeah, it's pretty much what everybody started copying.
Even to this day, it's still copied in a way. Because when you think about it, it's basically go from point A to point B, go to point C, go to point D, exit the level, go to the next one. Yep. It's always like this objective-based system. But objectives Doom were like go get the key.
I just purchased Blood, so I will install it when I finish up, and we'll play it over like at some point next week if you want before the podcast, and then we'll discuss.
I've left you the link in the Discord. This is the thing that you have to do.
Okay. Is it like a mod or something just to make it run better?
Yes, it's the mod that makes the game actually playable, because otherwise it's a DOS box game, and you don't want to fucking play the DOS.
I actually don't want to touch the DOS at all, to be honest, because it's come to the point where we shouldn't really have to touch DOS. You know what I mean? It's Windows 10 at this point.
It just reminds me, this game is almost next to impossible to do on DOS unless you've played it like fucking for ages, and you know everything. It's so difficult to navigate. I tried to play it. It's really counterintuitive, because back in the day we used the arrow keys, control and shit.
Yeah, no mice and shit. Yeah.
And aiming was really difficult because we had to use the arrow keys on the numpad to do, or some weird ass fucking combination that used it. But this actually has mouse support.
Shit.
It's
Okay.
it's just like it makes it a little bit better because now I can pre-fire angles, something that most people.
Now you can actually sort shit out. Yeah, sort shit out without having to kill yourself
but
half the time.
but I still end up checking dynamites in rooms to clear them out before I go in.
Oh
well. Right. So.
Yeah. Apart from the laryngitis,
Yeah.
tonsillitis, and I can't really think if I've done anything else. Viara is coming tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's visiting for a bit because her and her boyfriend are moving to like an island off the coast of Scotland to work there for a bit.
Isle of Man.
No,
oh god.
It's a really nice, good looking island, by the way. It's got like you know the big fluffy ginger cows. It's got the Highland cow. Google the Highland cow, and you know what I mean.
Oh, I think I remember something like that.
They look stupid. It's great.
Oh yeah, I do. It's not a low cow though.
Hey.
Sorry. I'm really sorry for those who got the joke. I'm really sorry. It's in Scotland.
Look for a Highland cow. It's great.
It's also in Australia and Canada and Denmark and Finland and the USA.
Yeah. But apart from that, that's quite literally all I can think of that I've done this week. I was gonna go watch How to Train Your Dragon earlier in the week, but never sort of got the chance because I was super busy with work and finishing up some edits for people that right now I have no videos to edit for people, which feels great. Because but I have 2 gigs to film in March, so that's a plus.
Okay.
But yeah, apart from that, would you like to get into the good old news and see what the news has to throw at us? Let's just get to the Oscars.
Let's go to the Oscars.
Do you want to do some housekeeping before we get to the Oscars real quick?
Oh, what do you mean?
There's a few things.
Oh, before we go to the Oscars, start with the other ones?
Yeah, sure, just get those out the way real quick before anything.
So there is a movie by Terry Gilliam, which is the man who killed Don Quixote. It should be out soon.
Yep.
Last year.
That movie has been in development hell for a while, but I'm glad it's coming out.
Last year it was at the Cannes Festival, and the other ones made the rounds. It was good.
Adam Driver and somebody else, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I could, but it's just
okay. Another story is Will Smith exits Suicide Squad sequel.
Why?
I'm looking at it. It's a Variety exclusive. Let me see. Even though his return has not been made official, sources tell Variety that Will Smith, who played Deadshot in the original, is not expected to return for the studio's upcoming sequel. Sources say scheduling was the ultimate factor and that the decision was made on amicable terms between both sides with no hard feelings.
That's good.
Though the studio has never confirmed who would be returning for the Suicide Squad, insiders say the studio has always wanted its biggest stars like Smith and Margot Robbie, who played Harley Quinn in the first pick, to return while figuring out other casting decisions along the way. The studio reps for Will Smith could not be reached for comment. And by the way, the studio is fully behind the sequel after the original did so well.
Kappa, boys.
Do you remember how much the original made, by the way? Because I can tell you. Try and guess like a number, and I'll tell you the number that says here, and we'll both get very depressed.
Okay, so how much did they waste on the movie?
I think it was just under 200 mil.
So it made what, 80 mil?
746 million. 746 million the original made. It made just about as much as BVS, I think.
That's surprising.
Yeah, and James Gunn, who was brought on last year as the new director and writer, is hoping to start production this fall, which adds a ticking clock to getting things out before it impacts pre-production. The release date is currently set for August 6th, 2021.
Fuck it, it will die before that. They'll cancel it.
I mean, I'm hoping it does well. I actually really want a good Suicide Squad film. I just, you know what I want? I just want them to just go and take down some dictator somewhere or something. You know what I mean? Like plant a dirty bomb and blame it on somebody else. Like a basic Suicide Squad mission instead of having to save the world.
Fair enough. Right. So another story. There is a new movie that's gonna come out at some point called Finding Steve McQueen.
Yes, I've seen that. That actually looks interesting. By the way, if any
And
of these,
yeah.
give me some links. By the way, because yeah.
All right.
So I need so I can put them up later on in the
Yeah.
description.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Right. This is number one. This is the man who killed Don Quixote. This is the heist movie because it's based on real life events even. And Critters. You remember Critters? That movie.
Critters. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, being sick it doesn't help. Yeah, apparently it's gonna get serialized on the Shudder.
I'm okay with that.
I am not, kinda, because only the first two movies were okay. The other ones were. Oh wait, oh, that's yours.
No, I threw something that's part of the news.
Yeah, the new Hellboy poster.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad.
Yeah, it's fine by me.
Ooh, I know people that work in the production. Ooh.
And there is another one, the Dirty Dead Codman.
What?
Yeah, it's a crime thriller.
Okay.
It's coming out on DVD. I'll link in the description. Synopsis is rogue undercover cop and a charismatic con man who have a system of ripping off those operating outside of the law for their own personal gain. But things go awry when the heist sucks them deep into a citywide conspiracy, leaving them both framed for crimes they didn't commit. The Doom must find out who's conning them in order to protect themselves and the ones they love.
Okay.
It's basic as fuck, but I'll take it. Lately,
it doesn't sound horrible, to be honest.
Lately, I've been waiting for.
Speaking of criminal films, do you know Scorsese's coming out with a new film?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
The Irishman.
I didn't care. I just saw the trailer. I was like, skip.
It's got all the people he used to work with, though, so that you never know. It might be good.
I just don't care, man.
I just don't care.
Every time, man. It's just, how should I put it? It's Scorsese movie. You know how it's gonna go. You know everything.
I'm sure Vesco's happy about it though, if he knows about it.
Hardly. I mean, what? If you ask him which Scorsese things he has seen, he's probably not gonna be able to name about 5 of them.
Yeah, but I know he likes Scorsese, so you might enjoy it.
I also like Scorsese. I just get tired of it because I've seen all of his stuff at some point. Even fucking Hugo. I even saw Hugo.
Okay, so we've talked about the poster as well for Hellboy, which looks okay. Looks good.
Yeah, I forgot there was some gaming related news, except that Bethesda fucked up again.
Oh, what a surprise. And BioWare is currently slowly sinking because Anthem is an absolute fucking mess.
Oh yeah, Anthem is a mess. Apparently it sold 10,000 copies in the UK in its opening week.
And it's down to £35 in price, by the way, when it was shipping at 50.
Well, 15 in the origin store if you want it.
Do you want to just go get Apex Legends and we'll just play that instead because it's way, way better?
It's free. That was
is it free as well? Shit.
Oh yeah, it's free.
Do you want to get Origin just to play Apex together? I'm not fussed.
You can play with Vesco. I just don't like playing.
Is he playing Apex?
Yeah, he's playing Apex.
All
he's trying to make me play Apex. I just despise these shooters. These how should I put it?
I tried playing Overwatch the other night, and I just genuinely couldn't be asked playing Overwatch. It was one of those where it's like, well, this is fun.
Oh, they killed Overwatch. They killed it.
Well, it's slowly getting killed, yeah, but it's not as bad. It's pretty good still. But for whatever reason, I can't even explain it. I still prefer TF2 more.
Well, it's kind of because it's not the original concept, but it's the one that you grew up with all the best.
Yep.
So it has this nostalgia thing to it. I mean. And from what I've seen, Overwatch doesn't seem as complex as TF2 did at any point.
It's a lot of the mechanics are more complex in the sense that every character has abilities, but when it comes to movement and like core mechanics like the shooting and stuff, it's dumbed down to hell.
Yeah, well, because abilities are the things that I care about in games, Kappa boys. Skill-based, especially skill-based shooters that should be skill-based shooters, but are not. That's why every time people are like the Overwatch League, I tried to watch a game, I was so bored out of my
But
fucking
it's not
mind.
even that. Overwatch, like, every time there's a big fight, when like a bunch of ults drop and a bunch of shit happens on the screen, and I'm literally there going, what the fuck am I looking at? What's going on here? I'm just very confused right now because all I see is colors. Even like you know what Dota looks like, don't you?
Yeah.
Especially Dota 2. Every single character has their own colors and has their own effects. So anytime a big massive fight happens, you can discern what came out of which spell and who actually casted it.
Well, kinda, because you still have to know the spells, what exactly they fucking
I
do.
know, but most of their colors are like, oh, this is pretty similar to the actual color of the character. I know where that came from. While with Overwatch, you jump into a fight, you get 3 ults happen to you, a Reaper comes out the corner going, die, die, die. Fucking Winston's jumping around, there's force fields everywhere, there's lightning everywhere, there's ice everywhere, and you're like, I don't know what happens.
I never asked for this.
I don't know what's happening.
You made me like this.
Die,
Now you will
die.
suffer.
I mean,
Fucking
it can get pretty intense with TF2 as well, with the whole explosions and shit everywhere. But for whatever reason, I can't even explain it. TF2 for me just flows better.
Because it's the color palette is very fucking simple. It's like, why is 1.62 played today? Because it's fucking simple.
Yep.
It's not overly colored and still modernized in a way that at some point I would like to wait. I was playing. Wait. Which map was I playing last? That fucking confused the shit out of me.
Dust.
No, that's a fucking nightmare. But no. I think it was Inferno. At one point, I literally lost my crosshair, and I'm using usually a red or a yellow
Is that
crosshair.
on Go?
Yeah, I lost my crosshair. I couldn't see it because all the stuff I wasn't even sure I saw. I was shooting on memory and was still getting headshots because I've been playing this game for more than 15 years. So I pretty much well know where my shit is.
Yeah, I'm not you. Sorry, go on.
But the thing is, like, I never have to. So I was never even close in any of the fucking FPSs I played where I had to actually strain my fucking eyesight to try and spot where my dot is, where my fucking crosshair is, rather than where the fucking players are.
Yeah, good point.
You fucked up.
See, the thing is, what I mean by it flows better, it's just the way the movement works and the way the weapons work. It feels like there's a lot more impact and there's a lot behind the movement and the sound. Especially the sound design in TF2 is so much better. And it's simpler, sure, but if from across the map I can tell that a sniper's shooting me with a piss rifle and there's a scout behind me shouting at me in Bostonian, and and there's a heavy revving a gun on the other side throwing sandwiches at people, I still know what's going on. While the amount of times in Overwatch where I just go and something smacks me and I die and I go, the fuck just happened? And then it was a Widowmaker and the other side of the map killed you, but you didn't hear her shoot her gun. All you heard was your character going, and then you just die, and then he shows you the kill cam of them, and you're going, this shouldn't be the way this works.
Yeah, but that's because she's an assassiner who killed her own husband because she's brainwashed. She has to be a badass and no one should be able to tell that she's trying to kill them. Even though in every fucking short story, in all 3 of the animated videos that we've released, she was turned into a complete fucking bitch who did nothing.
Yeah, well. But yeah, I just prefer TF2. I've always preferred it. I like the art design a bit more, even though with the amount of new cosmetics and shit, sometimes you can't even tell which team you're in. But
also, now that you mentioned Overwatch and you remind me, Shanghai Dragons was a professional Overwatch team that went 72 losses in a row.
Okay.
And they just got their first win.
Good for them. Good for Shanghai Dragons, man.
Now, I want you to, for a second, I want you to think about this. Shanghai Dragon got famous for losing 72 games in a row because, I mean, they weren't exactly terrible. There were a lot of roster changes and shit going on through it, so I guess they had troubles. But On the other hand, I remember. Wait. Yeah. In the beginning of this is literally the beginning of Overwatch. What Overwatch is now currently most famous for. In the beginning of CS:GO, NIP or Regency Pajamas got famous for going 87-0 wins in a row in professional in all tournaments in professional games. Secondly, they had tournaments where they literally didn't drop a single fucking map, not one map. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Ow. It's all
Yeah,
right.
that's an ouch.
Yeah. Speaking of TF2 real quick, I was playing last night, and you know how instead of a melee weapon, or for a melee weapon, you could just equip a giant metal skillet, like a metal pan.
Yeah.
So the demo man, when you taunt with his melee, he usually has a bottle, and he drinks the bottle, drinks a bit,
Yep.
wipes his mouth, burps. He does the same with the pan. Flips the pan, drinks out the handle, wipes his mouth, burps. So there was 5 of us on one team, 5 demo men, all kind of dressed the same, and we're all just stood in the enemy base, just doing the pan taunt. 5 dudes with pans, drinking out their pans, burping everywhere, and people just walk past us and go, "I'm not even gonna fight these guys. I'm just gonna walk away." To the point where we started a conga line, because you know about the new taunts, don't you?
No,
There's
because I don't play TF2.
there's dance taunts. There's a conga one. There's like a sort of Saturday morning workout one, and there's a sort of Kazachok one, like like the typical Russian dance.
Yeah.
So when
Yep.
thing is though, everybody can do them. So if somebody on the other team is doing the conga, if you go up to them, you can start doing the conga with them. It's like an interactable taunt.
That's interesting.
So it was 5 of us, 5 fucking demos with pans in their hands, doing the fucking conga, running around. And at one point, the entire server, which was 12v12, so it's 24 people on 2 fort doing the conga. So it was 24 of us just go just running around doing the conga. It was a really good time. I was very impressed by it, because usually there's always the one fucker that just goes, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" "No, I'm gonna kill you all." But this time it just sort of worked, and everybody was doing the conga together. It was very emotional.
Reminds me of that old 4chan story. It's a green text one. Back in the dark ages where GTA was played
okay.
through mods, the multiplayer. So this PvP mod, this guy just goes like, "I finish work, I go back home, I'm fucking tired. I log into GTA Online. It's an address mod." And I was just like, I don't have none of it. So I just get on my bike and I start riding. People around me shooting me, and it's just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm riding my bike. And suddenly I realized, like, for 40 minutes later, it's like, I haven't seen anyone. And no one's shooting at me. So I turned around to see how the whole fucking server was just riding their bikes
Riding
behind
bikes.
me. Just doing that, just riding bikes and doing nothing.
In other news, Aquaman 2,
Was it official?
2022.
It's fine. That was expected. Since
Yeah.
the money and the positive reception of Aquaman 2. It's mostly the money though, because fuck the positive reception, even though.
December 16th, 2022.
Yeah.
So now we are into the main meat of the news.
Into the shitstorm we go. At the first star. Right, so let's begin.
Let's talk about the Oscars, because the Oscars happened this week, or was it whatever they happened? They happened. That's the most important thing. And all the winners got announced for winners.
So, let's begin. Best Picture, Green Book. I fucking called that one.
You did call it. And to be honest, a lot of people are saying this is the second worst Best Picture ever since Crash.
And they're wrong. For majority of reasons.
I need to see Best Green Book. But by the way, did you know that Bulgaria won an Oscar? Bulgaria.
Yeah, I know. My Facebook blew up with it.
Mine too. For those that don't know, there's a Bulgarian actor in the film who played the cellist, the Russian cellist.
Yeah, that's why the Russian accent was actually pretty good.
Because it's just a Bulgarian accent. He was on stage when they accepted the Oscar, and obviously Bulgarian media said that It was basically, apparently there hadn't been such a big hubbub about something like this ever since we went on the quarterfinals on the Football World Cup in '94.
Yeah.
Everybody was freaking out. We Bulgarians, we won an Oscar, even though in reality we had a Bulgarian man who played in the film, and he was part of the crew. It's the film that won the Oscar, not Bulgaria. But
Yes, let me explain like this. It's like he was at the tournament and he won the participation and he won participation award even though he barely did anything. I'm happy for him.
Fucking great, yeah.
He was so emotional, but this shit's blown up from so many proportions. It's just like, fuck off me.
And then people started shouting at him because he didn't thank Bulgaria for giving birth to him to be in an Oscar-winning film. He did.
Actually, he did.
But he also, what's the point of thanking Bulgaria when he's one of the people that ran away during the communist era because he was being suppressed so much within his own fucking country?
Actually, it's a way complicated story. Is that his parents, I think, died, and his aunt adopted him. Then his aunt got evicted from the place because he's from Russia. Who figured that one out? So she got evicted, and they had to run because the communists were behind them, and he ended up alone again in America with a violin and $212, and some other guy found him and he adopted him. It turns out that he was born the same day that his deceased son was.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, to be honest. It's literally worthy of a movie to be made, because this shit, it's like, you can't make this shit up. You legit can't make this shit up. And he's lived through it. Right. But besides the point, I mean, I'm happy for him. Not particularly happy with how people were treating the whole situation, because, by God, he didn't win an Oscar. He just got an award for participating in a movie that won an Oscar. Major fucking difference.
Yeah, it's Bulgarians again going, "Oh guys, we're in the news, but it's not because we're poor, and we're in the news because the Oscars happen."
Right. So the actual movies that were in there were Black Panther. If Black Panther actually won a fucking Oscar, I'd probably bomb shit.
You know what I thought about, by the way, when Black Panther was announced for Best Picture?
What?
Why wasn't it Infinity War instead?
Why wasn't fucking Winter Soldier there? Because Winter Soldier is the best one.
Yeah, but that was from Winter Soldier's a while. No, I know why they put Black Panther, because it's controversial and the casting and everything. But think about it. Infinity War was the culmination of 10 fucking years of Marvel films, and they made it work, and they made it like really, really, really fucking good. Like Black Panther, to me, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad film. But it's just
it's definitely not as good as people say it is.
That too, but it's a superhero film.
Exactly,
Good job to all the cast. Good job to the director for making it. Good job to everybody. But at the end of the day, it was a Marvel film. It was the one of the few with a really good villain, but it was just a start. Then you have your midsection where things kind of go to shit, and then you have the final battle. That was literally, there was nothing that special about the film apart from the fact that it was cast the way it was cast, and the topics that were sort of discussed. But what I'm saying is,
I know.
The fish fucking movie from last year wasn't the best choice for Best Picture, but it still made more sense than Black Panther.
Right. So, second movie that was Black Klansman. Fuck you, Spike Lee. Let's move on.
Hey, he won an Oscar, man.
Yeah, he finally did. He's like the directorial version of fucking DiCaprio, and they gave it for writing, which he didn't do. Whatever. I'll get to that motherfucker later. Second movie, Bohemian Rhapsody. Fuck that movie. And Bohemian Rhapsody won the most Oscars. Because literally the two worst movies in the whole Oscar nominees as a whole, Bohemian Rhapsody and Vice. And Bohemian Rhapsody literally won most Oscars. It's just, I don't know, the favorite. I didn't watch it. I don't care about it. Roma, I'm pretty surprised. Oh yeah, I'll get to Roma afterwards, because I'll get to it when I get to it. A Star Is Born. I see Bradley Cooper. I say no. And Vice. I don't want to watch Vice. I just don't want to watch Vice.
Vice was the one with Dick Cheney, wasn't it?
Yes, I don't want to watch Dick Cheney. Right, actor in a leading role. Rami Malek. What? I was looking at it going like,
Alfonso Cuarón won Best Director, by the way.
Alfonso Cuarón, what?
For Roma, he won Best Director.
I'll get to it.
Which I say is well deserved.
No. I'll get to it.
Oh, you're gonna get to it. This is Evo rants at the Oscars. Okay.
Right. So Rami Malek, I like Rami Malek as an actor, but for that piece of shit, no. I mean,
he did a really good job.
Yeah, this is the thing. Christian Bale, hell no. Bradley Cooper, I didn't see the movie. I don't care. William Dafoe, I'm always at Eternity's Gate. I don't even know. And Viggo Mortensen, and I'll get to this for the next one, because the thing is, I know why Viggo Mortensen is put into this category and not Mahershala Ali.
Okay.
Like I said last time, it's an actor, not actors, so it's a single award. And since Green Book is about two leading actors, having, like I said, starting a journey of self-discovery with at the same point, having at the same time, they're starting a journey of self-discovery at the same point, getting to their moment, the catharsis to go.
Okay.
Catharsis. Let's go with that one. Catharsis. At some point of the journey, and they understand it, and they change it because they have two different outlooks, and one is yearning for what the other one has, in a way. So, but you can't give one Oscar to two people. So what they did was put Viggo Mortensen here so that they can give Mahershala Ali's Oscar for a supporting role, which is fucking dumb. But since supporting actors is also, I mean, Sam Rockwell in Vice, like I said, Richard Grant, Can You Ever Forgive Me, which I don't even know what the fuck it is. Sam Elliott.
That's the one with Can You Ever Forgive Me? That's the one with Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, but wait. Yep, I saw it. Yeah, but this is the thing. These people in supporting roles, and some of the are not the same people who are in the best pictures. What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, but it doesn't. They don't have to be part of the best pictures. I think that's the whole point.
I mean, sure, but you're literally saying, like, if the people who won the best picture didn't get at least, some most of the awards, why the fuck is it the best picture? You don't have best actor, you don't have best actor in supporting role, you don't have actress in the leading role. If you don't have an actor, that is, it depends on the movie. You don't have fucking directing, you don't have anything. So why is that the best movie? And this is the problem. Oscars have become a fucking political event where
they've always been that though.
No, this is fucking horrendous, Leo. Because literally they make nowadays the nominees, they put them in a way that so they can slot things that look nice, that they make nice, so everybody gets kind of a participation award at this point. It's fucking ridiculous. Because sure as shit, it's like supporting role. Like I said, Mahershala Ali shouldn't be there. The real supporting act in Green Book were the wife of Viggo Mortensen and our Bulgarian friend and the other guy that played.
But also we're talking about a bunch of dirty old men that are actually still nominating these. Do you really think they're gonna go get this foreign man and put him as the supporting actor? I don't think that would,
Yeah, actor is the leading role. The favorite. I didn't watch it. I don't care. Supporting role, Regina King. If Beale Street could talk, I don't even know what the fuck that is. I don't think I'm gonna watch this.
Just scratching your head, going, "Who?"
It was. It's literally just like you have two from the favorite. Fair enough. One from Vice, one from Roma, and it's just a third movie in there. Sorry, fourth movie in there. I don't think it's anywhere in there. So, Into the Spider-Verse won Best Animated Feature.
Which is good. It was the best fucking animated film of the year, period.
Oh, we have Isle of Dogs and Mirai, man. We have fucking Mirai.
Isle of Dogs is a Wes Anderson film, okay?
I know.
Which we both know what Wes Anderson is like. And
I know.
He's not one of the favorites when it comes to the Academy.
Yeah,
However, Spider-Verse deserves all the praise it's getting. It is quite literally the best Spider-Man film, not just animated, best Spider-Man film we've had, I think, ever.
I mean, I'm fine with it, but the thing is, you have fucking Mirai, which is a Ghibli movie, I think. Let me double check this, because I've forgotten.
It's a Ghibli movie, yes. Also, it's a Japanese film.
Yeah, because Japanese movies are not as popular as the other movies. It's like
Exactly.
no one watches those movies. Couple
Exactly.
boys. No, but I think that more people actually watch them because fucking Ghibli, man. When people see, it's like Ghibli transcends Japanese anime style because they draw it in a very westernized manner, which makes them
They draw it in a way that's a lot more accessible than
westernized,
yeah.
literally, and they use western themes more, and they have western character designs and western. Always they pander more to the western audience, and they're still loved in Japan. It's just like I don't even know how the fuck they do that, but yeah,
It's Ghibli though. They can get away with it.
yeah. Yeah, sure. Cinematography. I see who was cinematography. I don't know. Yeah, Alfonso Cuarón for Roma.
Good.
I have been meaning to watch Roma.
You don't. It's not even about. You just see Alfonso Cuarón. You know he's winning some sort of cinematography thing.
He was directing. Costume design is Black Panther.
Okay.
I honestly, who was even the Ballad of Buster Scruggs? I didn't watch that one. Mary Poppins Returns. Really?
Well, yeah, it's a Mary
Really?
Poppins film. Of course, the costumes are going to be there.
Mary Queen of Scots. Why?
Yep. Great
And the
costumes.
favorite. I didn't watch Mary Queen of Scots. I decided not to do it for myself. I don't care about the documentary and the documentary shorts. Film editing, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yep. Because they actually did it pretty well. I mean, they made some scenes look exactly like they looked back in the day, so that's a good thing. And they used like 3 different cameras to film it. And a lot of it, all the old school stuff was shot in film, while all the new stuff was shot digital. It's yeah.
Oh yeah. So Roma didn't win Best Picture, so it was the best foreign language film, obviously.
Yeah. And it won cinematography and best director as well. So it's
Yes, it's like it's like I thought it's like a trade-off. So you're not gonna get this, but we'll give you this, and we'll give you guys this, and this.
Yeah, everybody that pulled a lot of work and gets the whole you put a lot of work in, there you go, you have this.
Although Never Look Away was in there. Fuck. Foreign language films are always the most fun in the Oscars because usually most of them are actually pretty good.
Yeah, for the most
Makeup
part.
and the hairstyling in Vice, and I know many people are against Vice winning the makeup one.
What you mean against Vice? Everybody like in that when you look at that poster, unless you look him straight in the eyes, you don't even realize that is Will Smith.
Yeah, no.
That is Christian Bale.
I think that the way that it was it was made shouldn't apply because I think it was mostly digital.
Was it?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure it was makeup, but I'm pretty sure he got fat for that role as well.
Listen, I'll double check this for next week. That's my homework. But I think it was said that it was all digital. And if it's all digital, why is it winning makeup?
That's a good point.
So, right, let's go with let's move down. Music, original score, Black Panther. Okay.
Okay, it's really good soundtrack.
No, fine.
Yep.
Music, original song, Shallow from A Star Is Born. Didn't
Really
watch
good
it, don't
song.
care. Production design, I don't even know what the fuck they were watching there, but it's Black Panther. Fine. Short film animated is Bao. Wait, I wanna see who else. Wait, sorry. Okay. No, wait.
Bao, Pixar's first female directed short film, wins Oscar. Yeah.
Sure, of course they're gonna lead with that one. Because rather saying that it's an actually good movie, they have to lead off that a woman did it. It's like, sure, right. That's why when people tell me why I'm against this shit.
We missed a thing of news, but we'll get to that in a sec. You carry on.
100. Short film skin, fine, whatever. Sound editing, Bohemian Rhapsody. Sound mixing, Bohemian Rhapsody. Okay. Visual effects, First Man. I don't even know. Which one was First Man?
That's the one with Ryan Gosling that went on the moon.
Wait, you're trying to tell me that First Man got visual effects instead of Infinity War, Ready Player One? And Christopher Robin?
I guess so.
Fuck off. This is writing, and fuck you, you piece of shit. It's adapted writing. It's Spike Lee accepted the award, but it's not his because he didn't do it. It was written by Charlie Wacho and some other guys, I think.
Oh, wow.
And Spike Lee's probably just there for like, I don't know, because he got an Oscar finally. And this motherfucker went on stage, and since Spike Lee, obviously Spike Lee, of course he had to talk about race, he had to talk about doing what's right, what's good, and it's anti-Trump, and he literally went out with a fucking purple suit and looked like a pimp with a cane. He literally had a fucking cane. I don't even
I didn't
understand.
watch the Oscars. It couldn't be asked. It was too much effort.
It's just, you type the Oscars, the first thing you see is him and his hilarious purple suit. And people ask me why fucking despise Spike Lee. It's because that motherfucker can't literally keep his mouth shut and do good movies. He always has to turn it around about his race in a way to pander for him to get an Oscar. Because he was, up until this moment, he was the DiCaprio of the fucking Oscars. He's got like, what, 5 attempts at the Oscars for Best Movie? Maybe more?
He's won another Oscar, though.
Yeah, I don't think so. For which one? Because Malcolm X didn't get one. Four Girls didn't get one.
Yeah, he's got Best Adapted Screenplay, Best... Oh, never mind. 1 sec. You carry on. I'll keep looking.
And it's like, he always has to do it in a way that he has to pander for it. It's like, he literally begs for it, and I fucking despise that.
Yeah, he won an honorary.
No, yeah, the honorary. Sorry, that doesn't count. Sorry, that doesn't count.
Okay.
It's just like, honorary is like, yeah, we kind of have to give you an Oscar because, you know, people are pressuring us, because you, especially since it's fucking you, that mostly puts them to this, and you know, you've been with so many movies, have been nominated for Oscars, but we never gave it to you. So here's an honorary one. Yeah, it's okay, isn't it? Which reminds me now that I said that apparently one of the actors in leading role that didn't win the Oscar, I'm not sure which one. This is her 7th try. It's probably Melissa McCarthy, to be honest. It's probably her 7th try to get an Oscar and fails at it. That's sad. She probably goes to get a general participation one. Sorry, an honorary Oscar.
Oh, well.
And the last one was the biggest shitstorm of the writing the original one, Green Book, because apparently, and this has been said, Green Book, and it was the son of Tony Lepp, when he tried to talk, according to the nephew of Don Shirley, when Tony Lepp and his son came for and asked him if they can adapt that story, it turned out the answer was no. And now that they both passed away, it's like a he said, she said situation, so he made a movie. Right, let's continue, because this is just the beginning of the shitstorm. Apparently, the production was so tightly kept under wraps that Mahershala Ali didn't even know that Don Shirley had a family, so he never contacted them about him.
Jesus.
Oh, it gets fucking better. I mean, naturally, of course, like I said, is the racism of having Viggo Mortensen as best actor, but you know. And guess what? Apparently, the genius figured out that biography movies are not exactly true to the source material, because shit didn't happen that way. Because you know.
Well, they're not gonna be. They never are 100%.
Yeah, but now it's a fucking problem because it's convenient to be a problem. I can't even remember one time that.
Nowadays, a lot of things are problematic because people find them convenient to be problematic. That's very true.
Yeah, it's just it's fucking ridiculous. This year the Oscars, I was happy that Green Book won the Oscars, because if you watch it as a movie,
yeah,
without knowing, because I didn't know it was based on a real thing, and that Don Shirley was an actual human being, mostly because the music he makes is not something I genuinely like to listen to, so whatever. And I liked it because it made sense. It was a very well constructed movie. That it made stuff, and of course, Spike Lee was like, "Oh, but you know, people are complaining about that fried chicken scene." But what Spike Lee as well?
From what I know, that scene actually made sense because he was like, "You never tried fried chicken before?" And he goes, "No." Oh, here, try some fried chicken because they were just playing with stereotypes. And they made it funny.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It actually wasn't.
Wasn't
See,
it?
like I said,
Because I'm pretty sure I saw that clip somewhere.
It's actually a little bit deeper. Since let me explain like this: Don Shirley is portrayed like I said the last time I discussed this. He's literally spoon-fed, silver spoon-fed. He comes from a different place in higher society, and he can go into a little bit deeper in this, but that doesn't matter. Since he is in the higher society, fried chicken is not considered food for higher society.
True.
Hence, he has never had fried chicken. That's the whole point. And since he wants to try to connect to his fellow people, his fellow black man, because literally that's his biggest issue. He feels that he can't connect to his brethren, which is true.
Okay.
Because he's in a different. Because he comes from a different place. He's too black to be white. He's too white to be black. Like I said, he's literally Michael Jackson. The 1920s version of Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
1960s version. So it's like, it makes sense. So he has fried chicken for the first time. In a way, it turns out that it's his catalyst to start connecting to his fellow people. And it makes sense in the movie. And it just makes sense narratively. But of course,
you can throw shit like that into the film if it makes narrative sense. And if it makes writing sense.
But if it makes sense for you to get upset, better, man, just fucking hey.
Yeah, but people find things to get upset about all the time, so it doesn't really matter.
It's like I was okay with it. I understood it. It's so simple. And especially people that are supposed to do this for a job, analyzing stuff, they don't see that. They're like, dipshit. That's literally the simplest thing that it took me literally less than 2 minutes to figure it out, and I'm a complete fucking retard. What's going? How do people even? Why are you existing? Why belt hang? No, please stop. Break me.
Kill me now.
It's just like, and there is a lot of those moments in the movie that kind of makes sense. It explains the way that Vero eats food and how Mahershala eats food and how they both tackle the same situations differently. It is a good movie on its own merit, but because it's based on real life events, believe it or not, apparently, so it has to stay true to real life events, even though that shit never fucking happens. Because if it did, a lot of movies wouldn't be so critically panned, because they literally twist and change stuff.
Yeah, but once again, it is a not documentary. It is a biopic, so it's not going to be exactly 100% true, because there's a lot of things people don't want to be known.
There was this movie last year about the female tennis player that went against a man. About gender wars. Was a story about equality. Turns out, last time a woman did this, it was the Williams sisters, like legitimately good tennis players, really good tennis players. She lost to a person that was outside the top 200.
Right.
And I've seen. I don't get to tennis. It's boring as fuck. But I know that they're really good, and I've watched them. They dominate the women. They literally dominate them. And the guy says like, and they literally go out and say like, we can't compete with this because men are just more competitive, stronger, and faster. I mean, he was like, yeah, they struggle to play against me. They can't win against one of the outside 300. It's not because they're bad. It's because biology. Your body functions differently.
But you don't say that kind of shit because people freak the fuck out and they go, hey, you're being sexist, or you're being feminist, or you're being meninist.
I mean, it doesn't matter. That's why such things are segregated, especially when it comes to physical activities. Because if it's about chess, that's fine. A woman can be as good as a man, even though women in chess are not exactly the most competitive kind. And this comes from a woman, by the way. One of the few women that actually beat grandmasters, the world champions in chess, beat them and said that I do this all my life, but there's just no point with doing it against women. They're not as competitive. Was it Edith? So yeah, but it doesn't. It's just.
At the end of the
It's good.
day, it's good that the Green Book won. Is that what you're saying?
No, in the end of the
Are
day,
you
I just
are
like
you
the
saying
shitstorm.
it doesn't deserve the backlash, but you still enjoy reading
It,
the amount of shit that
no,
people say?
no, it doesn't deserve the backlash. Oh, another thing. Apparently, the last time that, sorry, not the last time. I think it was Spike Lee's Four Girls movie. I'm going to lie to you about this one. One of Spike Lee's movies that was nominated for Best Picture, and it still lost. And it lost again, and lost again to a movie about a white person driving a black guy around. I am not sure which one it was. I think it was Four Girls. I am not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't remember. Maybe it was even Malcolm X. Wait,
No idea.
Academy Golden Globes. Yeah, I do have to take a shit ton of research into making this a thing because I can't remember which movie it was and I can't remember which one won. Then again, I barely remember movies that win awards these days.
No
So what do you think about the Oscars? You
idea.
happy with?
I couldn't be asked, to be honest. Half the films I didn't really see, the other half didn't care for. It just comes to the point where you're like, do I really need to look at the Oscars every year to go, oh, this is actually a good film? No, it's just you make your own opinions, and if you follow the Oscars and you go, this is a really stupid, this movie got snubbed by this, like, who gives a shit? Did you like the movie? Yes, live with that.
I mean, good movies. Exactly, good movies. A good movie. You should enjoy it because it's a good movie. Oh my God, Bram Stoker's Dracula was nominated for Oscars. Oh God, please help me.
But apart from that, is that us done with the news? Was that the
I
end of the
mean,
news? Oh, we did.
kinda.
We missed the thing. The thing that we missed was the Dark Phoenix X-Men.
Oh yeah, I saw
got
that.
another trailer.
Fuck that. Honestly, fuck the MCU. It's just, especially
It's not the MCU though. It's Fox.
yeah, because X-Men have never been part of Marvel. I mean, are the comics still part of Marvel?
They are, but they're not as popular because Marvel is shelving them. But now they've bought X-Men now. There's a merger happening with Fox.
Yeah, I know
and
about the
Disney,
merger.
So they're slowly starting to get introduced back into the comics. It's funny as hell.
It's fucking stupid, man. It's just the X-Men comics at some point were pretty fucking garbage. You have no
Well,
idea how fucking bad they are.
I couldn't be asked reading them at that point. But in any case, I gave you a film, a film last week. Yes,
Yes, the movie was named The Giver.
The Giver, starring Jeff Bridges.
Actually, it's a little bit more complicated than this because he's also the producer.
Oh shit! Right.
Oh,
Then why does he not allow himself to act in that film?
oh no, it gets better. Apparently, he bought the rights because this is a book that
It is a book. Yes.
came out 21 years before the movie, and he has been sitting on this IP, I guess, for 11 years. And I was reading through some of the trivia for too lazy to actually do my research, and apparently he wanted to cast his father to play the Giver.
Okay.
Well,
Was he gonna play? What's the main kid's name?
No, I guess he didn't want to play in it.
Okay.
And Jeff Bridges isn't exactly
Oh shit! I pushed my mic over.
young.
Yeah.
So life happens, I guess. I mean, I think though, not sure. Let me just double check this. Jeff Bridges. So the movie is such about it's a Lloyd Bridges.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Evo does his research. He watches the film and then he does a bunch of research before he actually talks about it. Not like me. I just watch the film and I go, "What happened?"
Yeah, sadly he passed. Lloyd Bridges has passed away in 1998, and Jeff Bridges has been sitting on this script for fucking ages, literally ages. So, you could read your own trivia, but it's just eh. So the movie starts off because the plot is a jumbled fucking mess. I don't know why it's a mess.
It shouldn't be a mess, but it's a mess. Yes.
It's a mess for different reasons. They changed a lot from the book, but to make it more consistent, because apparently, because I haven't read the book and I probably never will read the book, the story in the book it's about children of the age of 12 and 6. And this doesn't exactly work.
No,
On
but they made it
baseball.
like this, and this movie came out around the time when 2014, so it was like prime
Yes,
time for all the
it's a
young novels.
adult.
Yeah.
I'll get to it. I'll get to this piece of shit. Oh, so he was trying to get the movie made for 20 years.
Okay.
And he even filmed a version with his family. That's why he wanted to cast his father in it
Right.
as the giver. So the movie starts off. It's in a guess in an enclosed-ish type of space. We're introduced to the main cast that's being played by Dick Grayson in the Titans.
That is Dick Grayson.
Yeah, I know. It blew my mind. And
He was also in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, and we don't talk about that movie. And Udaya Rush, who was in a couple of, I don't know, movies.
She hot though. She hot.
She okay.
She was in Ghostbusters.
Was she? Not
Ghostbusters. Sorry, Goosebumps.
Oh yeah, I actually didn't watch Goosebumps.
Do you know what? It's a really fun film. You should watch it just to watch Jack Black scream at people.
I fucking despise watching Jack Black.
Oh god damn it!
That guy's such a fucking disappointment.
I love Jack Black. Jack Black.
I know.
Jablinski games.
He could be funny, but after a while he just stops fucking trying and he becomes fucking obnoxious. He's like a fatter version of Adam Sandler at this point. Because Adam Sandler can be funny, and I see him being funny. His stand-up comedy is really fucking good. And he's really funny there, except that he can't fucking do it on TV, and it turns out that he just goes like on really expensive vacations with his friends, Kevin James and the others, and they just do shit there just to pay the fucking bills or pretend to do something. It's pretty fucking weird. But they also have Alexander Skarsgård, who I don't know.
He's fucking great. He's you know what?
He's great in everywhere.
I feel like he's very underappreciated because he's a really good fucking actor.
Appreciations, bro. No, but the thing is, it's like, recently, was there a movie that's gonna come out recently?
With him in it, the latest thing I think he played was Tarzan.
Oh no, it's The Aftermath. Yeah, The Aftermath. I will not watch that movie. But it has Keira Knightley, Alexander Skarsgård. Oh god, my boner is kind of there. Alright, it's a movie. It's a post-World War II movie. It's a drama and a love movie. So it's a romantic drama-related movie, and I'm gonna skip it. Also, Katie Holmes is in this movie.
Yep.
She did nothing. Taylor Swift's in this movie.
Like a lot of the actors in this film, they did nothing.
She did nothing. Meryl Streep's in this movie. Took me a while to figure out that was Meryl Streep because I legitimately didn't care. And the movie's problem is it's fucking boring. So it starts off, it introduces to the main cast, it goes to this, especially with the fucking narration.
So yeah, main cast, Dick Grayson and the Joker from Gotham.
Yeah, no, that's a weird one.
Yep.
So it starts off with express. It's like it starts after the ruin. The fuck's the ruin? I don't know read the book to understand that.
Yep,
it's
you don't have to worry about it. Yep, it is. It's a perfect society movie. Put it that way.
And it's all with a great tent, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, you don't tell me, you six sons of bitches, don't fucking tell me. And it's like, and they all act like fucking robots and no things. It's like, oh, you sons of bitches.
Oh no, because they're taking inhibiting pills to stop.
No. That's even before that. That's mentioned way in the future of the movie. Cause fuck you. And then the main guy comes out, and then he starts seeing his love interest by Fiona was her name, yeah.
I think it's Fiona,
Rush, and he sees her hair color for the first time. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake!
The film starts in black and white, and then it's
gray. It's in a grayish tint.
It's black and white. Yeah.
It's not black and white because it's black and white. It would be fucking worse. It's one of those movies.
But then he sort of notices that she has bluish eyes, and all of a sudden,
No,
color.
he sees the brownish hair.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Right, let's continue. Because of course, they have this when they graduate school, they're assigned work.
Yep, because that's the perfect
Which-
society now. Everybody that when you graduate, you get given a choice, a job as to what to do.
Based on your performance / characteristics / genetics /
Yep,
I don't know you.
So all our main characters are hoping to get certain jobs in certain places.
And they have these 4 characteristics. Like, you have intelligence. What was that one? Integrity, I think it was the second one.
They're all
Let's
stupid.
go. No, let's go with integrity, courage, and vision. And then she's like, but it's not called vision. It's called when you can see more and farther. And I'm like, vision, flair, talent.
It's flare, isn't it? Flare actually.
Flair, yeah, flair works better, but vision also works because you see farther. You have vision over something, whatever. Mind me being an asshole about fucking semantics now. Even though I'm structuring this like a complete mongoloid, because this movie is so boring, I literally forgot half of it.
Yep.
After I finished it.
I tried rewatching it not last night, the night before, and I fell asleep.
I watched it this morning.
Oof.
I finished it. I literally just blanked out for a minute, and I was like, "Fuck me, this is gonna be difficult."
Just like, what happened?
So and then they all called up by names, and then they assigned jobs. Oh, your best friend's gonna be a drone pilot, and your love interest, who's apparently really good with children, is gonna be caretaker / babysitter / murderer, and we'll get to that part as well. Because of course we will. And then they skipped over you, and everybody's like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Jonas, why is Dick Grayson not getting acknowledged as a talented boy?
And then, of course, as a dramatic review, he's like, "I have made a mistake, bitch. You literally went to number 120, and he's 52. Now you realize you made a mistake." It's like, you are going to become the next giver of memories. Yes, first of all, that's a fucking idiotic name, giver of memories.
It's a stupid title. And also, it's the first time anybody's ever said anything like that, and you're like, the fuck is a giver of memory? Can somebody explain that to me, please?
Of course, but okay, I'll fine, I'll bite. Let's move on. I'll bite. And then everybody was like, what?
Everybody's like, holy shit, oh no, that's like super important.
And they chant his name, Jonas, like a fucking cult.
And obviously, because Jonas is the character, like the viewer character, so he doesn't know shit for some reason. Everybody else around him knows what the giver of memory is, but he's like, what's going on?
Honestly, I also didn't know what the giver.
No, but that's the point.
I also don't know what the fuck the point of the giver of memory is. What was the point of it?
If the whole society knows that who the giver of memory is and what his job is, and it's the perfect society, how the fuck does Jonas not know?
No, but what the fuck's the point of the giver of? We'll get to this later. Right. So
what's the point of half of the things in this movie?
Yeah, so they are not allowed to, because they also assigned their living partners.
Yep.
By the way, they don't have sex, which is why. I mean, why?
Why would you? Yeah, because it evokes emotion. You're not allowed emotion.
But you're not. But you can't have fucking emotions when you're topped up every fucking morning. It's like
you remember the pills.
You remember Equilibrium? That really good movie.
I like Equilibrium.
It's the same fucking point. At least there, they were not allowed poetry. They weren't allowed to read, to see pretty pictures.
They weren't allowed things that would actually evoke emotions in any way.
Yes, and they were taking pills, but at least there it made sense, kind of, maybe a little bit more, a little bit more. And after they stopped taking pills, they start evoking emotions.
Boromir dies again in it.
I mean, they could become born again Christians, I guess. Sorry, had to throw that one in. That's a bad joke.
Right, so we got loads of bad jokes on this podcast. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, this is gonna get worse. So he goes and meets Jeff Bridges, who is the giver of memories. Who tells him, "I'll give you everyone's memories." What? What do you mean everyone's?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you these memories, and at this point,
what's the
both
point?
Jonas and the viewer go, huh?
Everybody goes,
What do you mean? This is a perfect society. What do you mean memories? We're not
No,
allowed
but
memories.
but the thing is, why do you have these memories? What fucking purpose do they serve for you to carry them when you don't do shit? Like, literally, they do jack shit with it. He sits in his fucking library the whole time and does nothing. He just sits and mopes and relives memories, some good, some bad. I guess mostly would be bad, and he just goes into these fucking tangents about stuff because he's literally living something else. He's having lucid dreams. I guess that's the best way you can explain it. But then it gets stupider. It just gets stupider. It's like, so it turns out that the only reason why Jonas was there wasn't because he's the smartest, which always bugged me. Why is it always the smartest, most courageous, most
Because he's
kid
able
with the
to
most vision?
withstand the memories, man.
No, I mean in general. Why is it has to be the smartest, most courageous?
Because we have to relate to him.
Yeah, but that doesn't work that way, does it? Because if you're all the smartest and the most courageous and the most having the most vision and ideas and the most charismatic, yeah, I think we'd have a problem. I mean, we're not all special snowflakes.
No, man, you have to be considered as special because you can't relate to the character otherwise.
So, I just wanted for us to be the dumbest, ugliest, most cowardly motherfucker in existence. And then it's a fucking journey for him to...
once, can not just be, like, the guy that's like, I'm scared, but I
he'll
guess I'm
be
chosen
the-
now, so fuck me.
He'll be the guy. And he's like, and he's confused at first. To be fair, I'd be fucking confused. So, yeah, he gets the memories. He lives some good memories, and he starts seeing color for the first time. And he's like
slowly,
a fucking child.
Color starts getting introduced into the film slowly, yeah.
No, actually, it's literally just introduced in one go. It's just like, whoop.
Just a snap.
And then he
goes,
sees color. He's like, oh my god, this is red, motherfucker. How'd you know that's red?
Yeah, if you haven't seen color before, how all of a sudden you go,
Oh, this is a color I know.
well, you don't know colors because you see black and white, motherfucker.
Yes, because people who have daltonism just immediately know that what they're seeing is not actually what they're seeing. They're like, this is not green.
Yeah,
this
color
is yellow.
blindness. Just like, I'm not used to this color before. What the hell's going on?
Yes, what the fuck is this? This is like, oh, but I digress. Sure, I'll fucking bite. So he continues, he's like, not every memory is good, no shit. And then he witnesses fucking elephant murder with an elephant gun. He was like, really, this is the most traumatic thing you can put a person through. This is? What? Okay. This is getting bad. So he goes and he's not supposed to tell anyone, so he lies left, right, and center about stuff.
Although you're not supposed to do that in a perfect society because Jeff Bridges told you to do it, you're gonna have to do it.
Hey, if Jeff Bridges tells me not to do something, I'd probably not do it.
Yeah, I agree with that. But at this point, you're like, what's going on? But I'm guessing it's the whole. You know what this reminds me of a bit? Of like classic Bulgarian films from the like 70s and 80s where they were based on books or like short novels. And they just reference things, and they go out of their way to reference them, and you go, I don't understand that. It wasn't explained, but it's like, did you read the book, motherfucker? No. We're not gonna get this part, are you?
Yeah, but the thing about this is like most of the things are actually required literature for us to read, so it's not like we haven't read it. That's the whole point.
But I'm saying like in this case, he's like, you're not supposed to lie, boy, and he doesn't lie. And well, you're not supposed to tell people. And he's going around lying, and he's breaking all these laws, but nobody bats an eye. Nobody's like, hey, Jonas is acting a bit weird. No, they're all like, hey, Jonas seems pretty normal. He's just very stressed.
Wait a second.
Wait, why is he stressed? We're not supposed to be feeling stress. We're not supposed to be feeling emotions. Oh, it's too much for him.
But how the fuck does he know how to lie if he lives in a perfect society up until this moment he hasn't lied even once? And like, okay, so I agree, it's fucking dumb, obviously. And sure. Alright, I'll buy. Let's continue.
I'll buy.
So
I'll
he
buy.
goes
It's only been 20 minutes into the film. I'll buy.
It's more than 20 minutes. We're already like close to the half point of the movie. So but he realized with his friends who started their new jobs, the best friend / rival / I don't know, some guy is.
It's the type where there's like a lot of sexual tension between the two of them, and you keep thinking that they're the ones that are gonna end up hooking up at some point, but they don't.
Apparently, no, that's his best friend. The female is the one that
they're both foaming out their mouths for.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay, hormones, I get it, which is still fucking weird, because why the fuck would they have feelings for each other when they're taking literally suppressants for the
Hey,
feelings,
shut
so they
up.
won't have
Shut
fucking
up, though.
feelings? But let's get the plot on. So, his best friend is this flyer guy that flies drones.
The Joker from Gotham is a drone pilot.
I don't watch Gotham. It's a piece of
It's
shit.
the
It's
same guy
fucking.
that plays the Joker, though.
I don't care. I'm never watching that TV
I
series.
literally watched the first episode and went, no.
Yeah, I give it 4 episodes. It turns out Selena Kyle was married to.
Actually, I don't even think I finished the first episode now that I think about it.
Oh wait, no, wait, sorry. Wait, was it Selena? No, the original Catwoman, not Selena Kyle, was married to James Gordon. Some weird ass shit like this. And apparently she was a lesbian. I was like, yeah, well, it was highly implied that it's fucking retarded.
I'm dying
And he
inside
doesn't.
here when you're saying these things.
You should just watch to see how to fuck up the canon.
No, I'm not even gonna watch it. Might watch the last season because apparently they're going full blown craziness. But
And apparently Selena Kyle, who is an orphan Catwoman already, who goes and steals shit, meets up young Bruce Wayne before he like a child. They fall in love. No, they fall in love almost immediately. Like, I've got many issues, but I also love how fucking badass Alfred is.
because it's the Earth 1 Alfred, where he's like a former Marine and he just kicks ass all the time. Yeah.
Nah, he's just a fucking asshole.
It's great. That's what Alfred should be. He should be an asshole.
Yeah, well,
should be sarcastic British prick.
I don't think even I call him Master Bruce once. It was so weird. So refreshing as well. Yeah, who knew? Right, so where was I?
We were at the point where you were talking about the Joker, and he was a pilot.
Before that, it was mentioned. Oh wait, so these three meet, and it turns out that the girl is still the same, but the guy changes. And from this, by the way, he had a Boston accent with a slightly Italian Boston accent. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Don't even know where the accent came from, but it came from somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Still started following the rules for no fucking reason, even though we didn't even know that he broke the rules to begin with.
Even though the three of them were a bunch of miscreants before all this, and now all of a sudden he's not a miscreant anymore. Yeah.
Somehow, because that would imply that they have feelings and they.
Yeah, because it's just a very sudden twist. But shut up, though. Don't question it too much.
Right. So he changes it. He doesn't go on this. You know when we were young and there was snowing.
Yes.
Most people use the slate, but we crazy individuals use the nylon plastic bag.
A paper, like a plastic bag, to slide down the hill and
because
try not faster. To get your balls squished on a rock that's somewhere along the way, but you've not noticed it because there's snow.
Yeah, but we did this because it was crazier and faster, and of course speed is good, not because the slate was bad. I fucking love that part. I miss going the slate.
Speed's so good, man.
Give me what I need. Yeah. So they do the same with a fucking aluminium one, and it looked like a fucking roller coaster, but the physics don't add up.
Nothing in this film adds up. So
they do this after the guy mentions that outside the boundaries where there is a lot of clouds, it's implied that they're mid-air.
Oh yeah, by the way, it's the boundaries. That's a thing.
No, it's before the boundaries.
No, I'm saying the boundaries. You forgot to mention the fact that there's boundaries outside, and that apparently there's only boundaries, and you can't go out the boundaries. But the giver lives right next to the boundaries.
Yeah. But the boundaries is literally clouds. It's part of their midair because it makes no other sense otherwise. And he's able to see a tree on the,
every now and then. The ground. Yeah.
When the clouds break, and they're like, sure. But then the guy with the drones comes in and is like, yeah, you know what? There's actually a place here. By the way, I saw this gate here, but they told me not to go outside this gate. And we're like, so this is confusing. So the people who do with the pilot the drones know that there is shit outside the fucking boundaries, but the other people don't. Why?
Why does nobody know in this perfect society? Oh no, somebody's hiding something. Is it male?
I mean, it's not even hiding because I don't think they're actually told to not say it out loud. I have to say it out loud, no, not to mention it to other people. I mean, it's fucking weird.
Yeah, tell me about it.
The more I think about it, the less sense it makes. It's like, okay, sure, okay, fine, fuck it, let's move on. Because I hope you all take here pointing out plot holes. So before that, they mentioned that there was before that there was another one that who was supposed to become the new giver.
Yep.
And it's never fucking explained why they need a giver, ever. What the fuck he actually does, ever.
Yep.
Except that he.
What's his point, ever?
And you know, and it turns out it's Tay-Tay.
Tay-Tay!
It took me a while to figure out it's Tay-Tay, and she dies.
Yeah, I think she rejects him or something, and then she ends up getting killed or kills herself or something along those lines. And it really upsets Jeff.
Listen, I'll get to this later. So he tried to ease him into it, but the guy rushes in, and of course there is a flashback. The gunfire, the cries. I literally just stopped, went on YouTube, and just typed "Cat to Vietnam flashback." I just watched it. I was like,
"That's a really good." I love that one so much.
Oh, the gunfire! Oh, yeah. That thing evokes more feelings than the one that they did in the movie. That was just
hide,
1 minute for
hide. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know, and he's like, why did people do this? And you're like, because that's the normal way that humanity and all of the animal kingdom works.
This is the point where it should be. It's like this is the point where it's getting shoved down your throat because you're like, hey,
what do you mean people kill each other? I didn't know people killed each other. What do you mean? No, people shouldn't be killing each other.
I mean, but this is so fucking weird because when you think about it, I'm trying to tell you that in this perfect society there was never once an accident that was caused by a unfortunate circumstances, just an accident.
Yeah,
someone switches on something that.
But you don't question that though.
Yeah, sure. And it's like technically that's still murder. It's involuntarily, so it's not. But you know, it's still murder. So you know, it still happens. But what the fuck? Right now, I have to go for a smoke because my mind is boggled down by these questions. So just give me a minute before I switch to my phone Discord and become a mean boy again.
Become a robot boy.
No, I'm not a robot boy. Not yet. Like 5 seconds and I'll be there.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Here I am. Yep.
Oh, he is here, children.
So yeah, he has these memories. He doesn't understand shit. He starts saying the tropes, I guess, at this point.
Yep.
You know, all the young adult, because this is a young adult novel, I guess.
It's not exactly a young adult novel, but they try to make it like a young adult novel just to appeal to more people.
Well, like I said, apparently it's about 12-year-olds the original book, which makes zero sense. So at least to make it at least systematically more coherent, they made it about 18-year-olds, which I'm fine with, because watching 12-year-olds stumbling through fucking feelings, I don't want to be there.
It's a coming of age story, yeah.
And apparently in the original book, Fiona and Jonas, by the way, I never mentioned, but they don't have last names because reasons.
Nobody has last names. Alexander Skarsgård plays father, and Katie Holmes plays mother.
Yeah, because they never give their names for some reason. Because in a perfect society, manners don't matter.
Hey.
Right, we had to have the manners maketh man. Had to say that one then.
Maketh
man.
Now are we going to fight or what?
So, the fuck was I on about? Jesus,
you're on
this
about
movie. No family names. That's one.
Yeah, that's where we got up to. It was Jonas.
Right.
It was overwhelmed by the feelings.
No. I remember. So it turns out that these people are selected by having a mark on their wrists. That's a triangle mark that apparently allows them to perfectly connect to each other, so you can actually transfer.
This is like an hour and 20 minutes now. Well, an hour and 10
Yeah,
minutes, and it's the first time this has ever shown up.
And to make matters fucking worse, it makes zero fucking sense to begin with. 'Cause it's just a fucking birthmark. It's not like it's a fucking, I don't know, a hard drive. It's like that's a fucking USB port, or they're doing it Bluetooth.
Yep.
But it gets better. So his family got a new son, I guess. His name was Gabriel, I think. Was it?
I don't know.
So he gets the bug, and it turns out that the caretakers, one of their job is to kill children, but they don't know they're killing them.
Yep.
Which
have
brings
no
me back
idea.
which brings me back to, first of all, how can you not know that you're killing shit?
Also, how did you not know the concept of murder when he saw people killing each other in Nam and going, that was murder, but apparently nobody else does. Like the pills don't inhibit that much. Like they it's not shown that they inhibit common sense.
Hey, did you forget he's the smartest, the most intelligent
sorry, I
one?
forgot.
Obviously, he knows stuff that went on that concept.
Well, then again, though, it could be the whole notion of they did try to push the whole the rules are rules, we have to abide the rules.
But I mean, still the Skarsgård didn't know that technically he was killing a baby without even knowing, and it's pretty easy to fucking tell when it starts.
And he's like, no, they're just going to sleep. Put them down the poop chute, and he just puts babies in the chute. And it's like, these babies aren't going to survive down the chute, dude.
So he gets his wannabe. Oh yeah. Also, apparently, the book Fiona and Jonas would never get romantically involved.
Well, yeah, it's a film. They need something for teens to latch onto and write the slash fiction.
To make sense, because he makes Fiona not take the pills and she starts seeing colors for the first time, and she experiences love for the first time. Because oh my god, she's in love with him, and she now realizes that for some reason.
Yeah.
Which opens a plethora of fucking questions,
Yep.
which I don't fucking get. What was that? Does that mean that Lovejoy says, "Oh, it goes with over the"?
Also, when you pass, they say that if you pass the what's it called? If you pass the edge or the void or whatever, everybody else will feel the same, because he'd be the first one to get out.
Sure, I'll get to that one. We'll get to that one at some point. So and somewhere across the before that, you meet Meryl Streep, who is the village chief. She also assigns the roles, which
I am village chief Meryl Streep.
I am, and they give me the Meryl Streep award, please.
I will take the Meryl Streep award and village chief.
And she's a conflict with the giver of memories for
so little to do in this film.
Everybody has it. Jeff Bridges has little to do with it.
There's so much wasted talent in this film. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. It really is, because there's a lot of people who are really good. Also, I forgot, because in this perfect society, all of them are white.
Yep.
I don't even
didn't even realize that. No, I'm pretty sure there's a few black kids in the.
No, because after he sees, he experiences the wedding. I think it's Italian wedding. Maybe it's.
It's like a gypsy wedding or something, because there's a lot of dancing and it's outside. I don't know.
He sees a lot of faces. He's like, so many colors, so many things. They show Muslims praying in Mecca.
Yeah, it shows like international bits.
Yeah.
Also, Odeya Rush is Israeli, by the way.
Who? What?
Odeya Rush, the Fiona.
Oh yeah.
She's Israeli.
Okay, that's fine. And she's like, but so many colors, they're so different. It's so different. This is like, oh yeah, everybody in this movie is white. Why?
No, there were black people in the film. Pretty sure there were. No. One of the security. Yep, there you go. I found one.
What?
Oh no, he's not.
I mean, just because it's a black and white movie doesn't mean.
No, he's like a Filipino-looking dude. Like, not being racist, but he's not white. I'll tell you that. He is. What's his name? Let me see. What's the name of the man is? He's Vaughn Lucas. He's an actor known for The Giver, Homeland, and Dominion.
Dominion. Okay, so that doesn't matter. But you're like, oh shit, people here are actually white, because literally, all of them are white. What? Oh god, this is opening a whole can of worms I don't want to even touch. This is just ridiculous. I don't know how, because this movie was 2014. It was able to bypass the current outrage mob. Because people nowadays watching this will be like, oh, this is not racially sensitive. Oh, what? No shit. It's like, no.
That's what it was basically. That's what
no
these
shit.
arguments sound like.
Yeah, but in this case, they're like, this is not racially sensitive in any form of capacity.
True, but
like,
it's also based on a book, so we can't really.
Yeah, but it's like, what the hell happened with all the black people, Mexican people, and Asian people?
They died in the Nam, man. Did you not see that flashback?
Damn that now. They're in the trees. They're in the trees.
They're in the trees. You weren't there, man.
I just so fucking confusing. I was sitting there going, oh dear boy, I don't want to do this. Oh god. So, let's say so. And the village chief becomes suspicious of Jonas, and then he tries to. After he gets Fiona to have feelings, they try to escape, but she stays behind. And he takes his baby brother away because they want to kill him. And I don't know. And Fiona gets captured, and she gets put into this. The re-education, severe re-education.
She gets put in the machine. The machine that the Winter Soldier gets put back into to get his brainwashed.
It's just like, I mean, what the fuck is this?
Sorry, I just sent you a meme.
Yeah, hey, Vsauce, Michael here. The first thing I see every time. Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. It's like I don't get it. It's like, explain it to me. Why is she put there? Because and Jeff Bridges in the other room, he just sits there and he lies and he does stuff. And I don't know why he does stuff, because no one fucking knows why anyone does.
Nobody understands what he's doing himself. I don't think he himself understands what he's doing in this film, which is a big shame.
I don't think that anyone actually understood what the fuck they were doing to begin with.
Yeah. I don't think they knew what they were making, which is a big shame, because I have a feeling that this could have had some potential, if you know what I mean.
Right. Listen. There's three people. There is two people who wrote the screenplay. It's adapted by a book by the guy named Lois Lowry, who is the shit. My bad.
A guy named a man, a lady.
My bad. I just saw it here. It's a she.
Okay.
She has written. No, the Willoughbys. It's currently filming. Huh. Okay, that's fine. It's a fucking mess because none of it makes sense, and at the same time he's running away, and his best friend is on a drone
trying to catch him.
And he does, and he just uses a force field to get him onto the drone and drops him into water for him to escape for I don't know fucking reasons.
Also, he keeps seeing a vision of this house in the woods covered in snow, with people dancing in the house. Yeah,
because Jeff Bridges sent him that image, so he's guiding him to go there for him to escape. For some reason, I don't get it. And
for him to pass the boundary and free everybody. That's the reason.
And he was able to. And at the end, initially the movie ends by him getting to the house, and he doesn't go in with the baby. Oh, by the way, with the baby.
Yeah, sledding down the thing.
Because it will show that he was really good at doing this.
Yes, because obviously he did it with the aluminum bag going down the escalator.
Should I mention that it was snowy, and it basically did what we did with the nylon bags.
With nylon. I was going to say paper again. Yes.
Oh, God.
But then he reaches the house, and it's the exact same house, and there's people dancing inside, and then he passes the barrier, and the barrier breaks, and everybody sees color, and the movie ends.
No, wait. It was just him in the house, unless there's a post-credit scene, which I didn't.
No, I'm pretty sure he breaks the barrier and the movie ends, and then everybody's like looking around going, oh, this color?
No. Let's go a little bit about the finances of this movie, because this is pretty interesting. See, the movie was made with approximately $25 million.
Yeah, it wasn't expensive.
Which is fine. I mean, it doesn't look expensive, and it made 45 back. Which is surprising, because this is obviously set for a fucking sequel that never came out.
Yeah.
So, obviously, there are things that will probably be explained better in the sequel. Because these types of things make you go back and watch to figure out what the fuck's going on. but But since they never actually got a sequel, what the fuck is this? It's like we get. Wait, sorry. Give me a second here. No, that's a trailer. I think I saw a person of color in the movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There we go. Yeah, I'm watching the ending right now. He passes through the barrier breaks, and it's going everywhere, and there's... Okay, everybody's looking around. They're all looking around. This is great. This is for audio medium. This is just great. And then we get a bunch of flashbacks of Death, and Alexander Skarsgård is looking into space, and the main girl's looking into space as well. They're all kind of staring. There's a bunch of stock footage, and everybody's kind of crying, and there's a lot of emotion going. Stop, more stock footage. Meryl Streep's staring into space. War, death, tornado, man crying, Alexander Skarsgård, babies, stock footage.
Are you watching by any chance the director's cut? Because my movie finished at him reaching the house, and that's it.
Oh, no, the last scene. I'm looking at the last scene right now. I remember seeing that myself. And now they're all kind of staring into space.
Because mine finished, like I said, it just finished him reaching the
oh, shit, did it?
The house.
And there we go, and now colors back into the whole scene. I'll send you the link, actually, if you want to have a look.
I don't want to. I honestly don't want to. It's just, I'm bored as fuck.
Yep, but yeah, he definitely fixes everything by going through the barrier. But I'll
go through there, can't come back.
And now there we go, now he reaches the house. And now he's at the house.
So, it's just like, I don't understand the whole point of the movie. I guess he was a kind of a messiah type character by bringing people to their senses and showing them the way. Do you know the way?
Show the way.
The way. He showed them the way. It's just...
Besides, it feels like there was some potential in this and they could have made something decent at least, but...
If they actually
it's like they went for it and then they went, nah. And it was just painful to sit through, and it was a bit of a slog.
So boring.
Yeah, very boring.
Do you know what the worst thing is?
What?
Bad movies, I get. I like bad movies, because bad movies are funny. These movies, though, the ones that are literally unforgivable, those are the worst ones, because they're boring as shit.
They just never make a boring to death. Yeah.
Never make a boring movie. Like, legitimately. Never make one.
Yeah, either make it really shit or make it good, but don't make it boring.
Okay,
don't make it meandering. Give your actors stuff to do, because this was also very meandering. It's very slow, but it's also not slow. But it still feels very slow.
It's not even slow. It's like the whole movie, nothing happened. Literally nothing happened of concern. Except the tropes that were thrown around. How can they know when they don't know? And it's like, we love transcends all, or people have to do what's right because what's right is what's right. It's not what's wrong. Yeah. Did I miss something else? I probably did.
Probably did.
So it's like,
So, seeing as how it is tradition, have you got anything for me for next week?
I had a movie that apparently I can't find. The movie was called Fatal Deviation. Unless you want to buy it, you would have loved it. It's a Irish movie.
Ooh.
But sadly, I can't find it. So I guess
is it
gonna
from
have
1998?
Yep. It's glorious. But the thing is,
it's on YouTube.
Fuck it. No, I mean you have to pay for it.
No, it is on YouTube. Is there a weird looking wizard in it?
Huh. Yeah. No, but
yeah. Fatal Deviation, 1998, full movie.
Should we? Should we?
Are we doing this then?
I mean, I had another movie.
Well, give me the other one, then I'll have a look at both.
No. The other one. Tell me from now. Do you want the other one or do you want this? I'll tell you the other one because the other one is.
What year is the other one from?
Give me a second, because I forgot. Two 2005.
Give me that one. I was like, if it's a bigger number, I'll take that one.
Are you ready for this?
Oh crap! Go on.
You asked for it.
I did.
Do you remember House of the Dead?
Yeah.
you know it has a sequel?
No.
Now you do. Congratulations.
So it's House of the Dead 2 movie?
Yes. And by the way, it's actually a good one. It's actually a good movie.
Well, it's not fucking Uwe Ball directing.
No, it's not. See, before we start next week, the only reason why this movie exists is because the director, the person who wrote the story, he also tried to do the House of the Dead one, because he wanted to do it, do the movie, the original one. And when he submitted the script and they got Uwe Ball to do the movie, he literally canned the whole fucking thing. And did his own shit, and we all know how bad House of the Dead 1 is. And he was really pissed off, and he got his friends, and literally, all of the cast and all of the people in it, friends of friends, and it's a very tightly budgeted, close-knit people that work together, and they like each other. Right. You have fucking Sid Haig's in it.
Yeah, and Sticky Fingers is in it as well.
Exactly, and they had a full blast, and they actually made the movie that he originally envisioned, and it's a good one. It's not great, but it's fun. It's not the House of the Dead one bad. It's just a fun movie.
It's just a good time.
Yeah.
We shall see. I'll be the judge of that.
It's a really good one, but hey.
Also, I have a suggestion for episode 10.
Yes.
Seeing as how it's going to be episode 10, it's going to be the 10th one that we've done in a row.
Yeah.
You know how there's a new Batman film coming out?
Which one?
The Batman that's being made right now.
Wait, animated or?
No. I'm saying, you know how there's rumors circulating as who is going to be Batman and whatnot? I say, both me and you, instead of discussing a film for episode 10, we both come up with our very own castings for a Batman film. And we cast basically. Do you know how in the Arkham City you get all the main villains and Batman himself?
Yeah.
We'll just cast that with actors. I'll give my cast. You're gonna give your cast, and then we're gonna see whose cast is better, and like try and make a big cast between us at the end.
But wait, are we doing our own story?
Well, no, that would be like way too much effort. Let's just say. Pick 10 actors to play 10 roles. Batman, Alfred, like maybe a Robin or more than one Robin, and then the rest just make villains or side characters.
Yeah, we will discuss it later.
We'll discuss it later in the week. Yeah, well, we'll discuss it next week anyway because it's episode 9, so episode 10 is going to be the week after that.
Yeah.
But instead of a movie, we'll just throw Batman ideas at each other.
Fair enough.
Seeing as how Batman's not been cast yet. And Armie Hammer might be a really good pick. But they're looking for somebody in his late 20s, and he's not in his late 20s. He's 32. Dude's like 196. Christ.
You can always get Taylor Lautner as the new Batman.
That's vampire. No, they wanted Robert Pattinson is somebody saying that might be a really good choice. Vampire boy. Looking at him now,
they can get Daniel Radcliffe.
He's also 32. The only thing about Mr. Pattinson,
he's 89.
Is it's just his chin. He's a good actor. Don't get me wrong. He's a really good actor, but that chin is not a Batman chin. It's very pointy.
Oh, this is
He'd make a good Joker. Now that I look at it.
They can always get Michael B. Jordan as the new Batman, and we don't just fucking quit.
No, but then we get Batwing.
No, we still get Batman because they'll be like, we embrace diversity. You're like, oh god, force diversity. How? Oh yeah, because this works out every time, right? Every time, without a doubt. People just,
Good point. Okay then. So my movie for next week is House of the Dead 2. Yes.
Yes.
Riveting. Well.
Yes.
Is this us then for the evening?
Yeah, I can't figure out anything I forgot. So.
Yeah, neither can I. But leave me some links just so I can put them up in the description.
Well, I left you the links.
Yeah, you've left me the links. Actually, that's a good point. And Is this? I guess this is us. This has been episode. No, excuse me, I burped there. Episode 8 of the Voices from Behind podcast. I have been thine and yours and mine host, Evo, and with me was my co-host, the bearded other Evo.
The soon to be not so bearded.
Soon to be not so bearded because he needs to blow his nose. And not look like a weird homeless man trying to blow his nose.
I don't need additional 50 utensils when I drink my coffee because it has cream.
Oh god. Alright, the music is playing. And we will see you all next week.
Yeah.
Indeed.